You're listening to Author Marketing Minute, where self-published authors get real-world marketing advice without the hype. I'm Lynn McGinnis, a marketing strategist with 30 years in the field and nearly a decade in publishing. Each short episode gives you practical, actionable insight to help you build visibility and momentum, because no two author journeys are the same. Even if you don't expect a bestseller when you launch a book, you still expect something. A handful of sales, a little validation, some sign that all the time and energy you put in wasn't for nothing. So when a launch comes and goes quietly, the disappointment hits harder than we expect. And even when we know better, it feels personal. The question that usually follows is simple but loaded. What did I do wrong? Here's the part most authors don't hear. In many cases, nothing actually went wrong. What often happens is that the launch is treated like a verdict, when it's really just an event, one moment inside a much larger system. We've been taught to see launches as finish lines. You promote, you post, you send a few emails, and then the results appear. And if they don't, it's easy to decide the launch failed, the book failed, or worse yet, you failed. When none of that is accurate. A book launch isn't a verdict, it's a stress test. It shows you what exists underneath your audience, your visibility, your relationships, your momentum. And if those things are thin, the launch doesn't create them. It simply reveals them. This is where many authors stop too early. They treat the disappointment as final data, when it's really just a snapshot. Or they stop at the launch itself, assuming that was the entire system. Done. But a launch is only the moment your book becomes available. It's not the moment interest magically appears. That happens much sooner. And low initial sales don't mean your book has no future. They mean the infrastructure around the book is incomplete. And that distinction matters because it changes what you do next. So instead of asking, why didn't this work? A better question is, what's missing? Is there a clear audience who knows this book exists and recognizes themselves in it? Is there a way for readers to stay connected to you after they find the book? Was there anything in place to support the book after launch week passed? Too often, all the energy goes into visibility before launch, and then everything stops right when it should be building. None of this erases the disappointment. Feeling let down after a quiet launch is valid, but disappointment doesn't mean the door is closed. A quiet launch doesn't mean failure. It means you've been given information. And information is something we can work with. If you're feeling stuck after launch or trying to avoid repeating the same pattern, I offer a 30-minute Unstuck appointment for authors who want clarity on what's actually holding their book back and whether working together makes sense. You'll find the booking link in the show notes. Thanks for listening to Author Marketing Minute with me, Lynn McGinnis. If today's tip helped you get a little more visible, share this episode with another author who needs it. For more resources and support, visit lynnmcg.com. And remember, no two author journeys are the same.